Okay, so for the final assignment, you are going to click on the template. That opens up and it will look like this. You're going to say use template. And then when you have it open, you are going to start editing. So hopefully at this point, you've already decided what your concept is for Into the Woods. And then you are going to, for each one of these characters, in the template, you can see that it says the baker costume concept design, and then type your concept for this character. And then there's a thing that says place your image here. So let's look at what my example shows of this. So this is my baker and baker's wife stuff. And I am saying for the baker, I wrote this. I said, I want to show the audience that the baker is an ordinary guy. I want the audience to really relate to him. So I am putting him in clothes that an average guy would wear. I would say this is like an average guy that's going to work. But I could have also picked like a man that was in sweatpants or that was just jeans and a t-shirt, and gone with that idea. So for the baker's wife, my concept is I really want to make it clear to the audience that the baker's wife is trying to be a mom. So I am putting her in some mom jeans. So this is an image that I found of a woman in mom jeans, which was a little bit more difficult to find than I thought that it was going to be. So remember that you're not casting these people as those actors, and they're not in a position, or they're not making a face or a pose that is these characters. You're focusing on the clothing. You're just focusing on what the clothing choices are. So you would have whatever actor you ended up casting as the baker's wife, you would have her there in those these mom jeans, and just that tucked in white t-shirt that just sort of show that, this is maybe somebody that has a lot to do in a day. She's not really interested in fashion, and that more she's just thinking about trying to be a good mom. And then for my little red design, little red represents how children can be really strong. So I'm putting her in a red leather jacket to show that she is a really strong and tough teenage kid. And I found this image that looks like a woman who's maybe a teenager, could be younger, but I really love the clothing here. I love that it's got this leather jacket that will work for being Little Red Riding Hood because it's red, but it also is, it's just sort of punky, and it's got a feel to it that is really adds to that flair that she isn't somebody that you'd want to mess with, and she ends up being somebody that she's carved up a wolf by the end of the show. So it's a great, I think it's a great idea for showing the concept, which is that she's this person who's really strong and can handle anything. The witch design, this is interesting. And I would say that if I were actually directing the show, I'm not sure that I would do any of these costume designs. But this is a concept. This is just coming up with an idea. It's not actually being produced anywhere. So my concept is that the witch is the person in the show that helps everybody figure things out. So I said, I think that the witch is the character that helps the other characters solve their problems. So with that basis, if I'm just talking about somebody who helps solve problems, I was like, okay, I guess it could be a woman that is a doctor. She's in the medical field. So I'm dressing her up as a doctor in scrubs because doctors show us what is wrong with us. This particular year, this is a year that we've had COVID-19. I think you could easily change that so that it was like a scientist or somebody that was solving this big world problem. And remember that really, if I wanted, I could find a woman that was in doctor's clothing, like an actual white lab coat. You could go a lot of different directions with that. But some things to remember are that for every one of your designs, you are writing, you are explaining what your design means. You are not texting it. You are writing in actual, complete sentences with a capital letter that it starts with, and then a period at the end, and making sure that you have about 2 or 3 sentences for each character. Okay. Out of those characters, and then you replace the image. Watch the demo that I have a tutorial video that says replacing images if you don't know how to do that, and then it keeps it in the same spot and it keeps it looking nice. And you need to remember to change your share settings, and then you are going to give me the URL to your project. Really important, if you give me this restricted link, I will not be able to open your project. You need to change it. You need to watch the directions on how to change your share settings, which is right here, and then make sure that that's what you're getting me, is the URL that I can actually see, so I can actually give you a grade. And then inside of the assignment, that's what you're doing, is turning it in. It's just got a place for you to put the URL. Good luck. I'm excited to see what you come up with.